Hello? Is anyone there?
Dum 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 dum.
Engage holographic hail. I don't know.
The other thing was shimmering though, which is good. At least they've improved after hundreds of years. They've only improved it to not shimmer.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Might be the odds once in a while, maybe.
Well,
I can see them still doing that.
just remember the yeah. Can you imagine if it was in someone's like if it was just a thing in Trek, like if it was truly a law that was like the look of holograms, right? Kind of like in Star Wars, you have the lines and there's a look, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if it was in someone's contract, an actor saying, "I don't want to flicker," makes you look stupid. And then it's like you know what I mean? Here's one or her one hollow thing. Had to be a little. I can imagine someone doing that.
Yes, indeed. Well, welcome back, guys. We're here today to talk about the scene we got from Starfleet Academy because everyone's excited about it, I'm sure.
Yes. I mean, given what I've seen on the internet, people are thrilled, they're excited, they're enthusiastic, they are open-minded and intrigued, right? That's what you've seen, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, the excitement's just been unparalleled from anything we've seen.
I
I've seen
mean,
my entire lifetime.
we keep getting emails from people saying cover Academy, and we say it hasn't come out yet. They said just go forward and cover it now. I need to know. And like, well, you can't do it, and then like do it. We're like, sir, you don't understand. Physically impossible. He's like, no, talk to Einstein. He's been dead for a long time. He was not because time travel. And they just don't get it, right? They just don't get it. Now, if you could tell that all of my initial stuff there was a lie or miss, including the end and the start bit, you see, it was all kind of one big excitement or non-excitement. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah. But I put a poll up, Stuart. Do you have
you
the
did.
results of the poll? Because I'm
We
very
do. It
interested.
was 3 hours ago, 26 votes.
Okay.
What do you think of this scene? Meh, mid, or okay. Wins with 46%.
Okay.
The other two were tied till the second ago, but did not like comes in second at 31%, and liked it came in at 23%. So
Yeah, I want to get there's 50 votes on that because people are going to come in and talk about it. For the first 2 hours, it was 0% liked.
oh really?
Mm-hmm. So I'm people have come out to play. That's two people given the give almost three people, all three people. Yeah,
Yeah.
good nurse, Stuart. We did it. I mean, it's nice to have a surprise. I'll be honest, of a thing coming out, because they don't really play scenes ahead of time. And I guess it was like a Spanish convention or something. Not for Spanish, but
Yeah.
a convention. I know. Where were you when this dropped? I'll start
I
showing it.
don't remember. You messaged me. I was out doing something.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was at a it was Saturday, so I had a family Christmas thing,
Mm-hmm.
early family Christmas thing we
Mm-hmm.
were out
Mm-hmm.
doing. So I was like, I don't really care. I'll look at it when I get home. Got home, completely forgot about it until like way later that night, and then watched it and was like, cool. Didn't really strike a chord with me. Holly Hunter's just as annoying as ever with her cadence and the way she walks and talks. Just annoys me.
But we'll get there,
Paul
Stuart.
G.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I just want to know
Oh,
where
okay.
you
Not
were
gonna get
because
into it. Yeah, I was busy and I didn't care.
some
So
of these things. I remember the first Picard season one trailer. I was at Marie's house and they were doing something as a family because I'm really often there for events. And I was like, I've got to pop out first. It just dropped. I know I sent you first, which is great. And I specifically went. I sat on the stairs and watched it 3 times because of the seven moment at the end was like, oh, I did watch this straight away, but it's funny how 'cause I feel like you
look
would
at the
have
poll. Sorry, mid and it's tied now. It did not like with 39% each.
vote now.
Oh, now did do not like is winning. Okay, cool. Anyway,
Because the
continue.
question is, if it's slightly unfair, but if all of a sudden they drop, so wherever you were yesterday when I messaged you, right? Put yourself
Hmm.
back there for a second.
Hmm.
Exact situation, right? If a Prodigy season 3 trailer got announced, would that be a thing that you'd stop? You'd tell whoever you're with, I have to pop out for a minute, or was that even still not enough? Like, was it genuinely?
Nah. Um, eh, I bet I've been more inclined to maybe step out and watch a Prodigy thing for sure, but
What if a Lower Deck season 6 trailer just out blue drop, like a movie trailer, real trailer? Would that make you pop off?
probably maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not for 4 minutes though. Not for a 4 minute clip. If it was a trailer or a teaser,
Okay.
then yeah, I'd probably, but 4 minutes was a bit much to like dedicate.
Goodbye, everybody. Yeah. I just want to put into perspective because, you said I didn't have time, but that could just be because where you were. All right, I'm going to start sharing, hopefully, see you in a minute. We've lots to talk about here. Lots in this, so see you in a minute.
Yes. Yes. All right, guys, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click notification bell icon so you don't miss any content from us live or edited. Breaking news like this, we will get on it as soon as we can or we're able to. So hopefully you guys don't miss any of that. So make sure you subscribe, do all the things. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. As I said, make sure that you super chat in. Let us know your thoughts, feelings, comments, questions, concerns, anything you have with this one. Super chat in or PayPal in at trekyards@hotmail.com. PayPal's a big deal, helps us out immensely. So if you can, please do that. Yeah, let us know what you thought. Anything you noticed about the trailer, anything you want to talk about, feel free to let me know. Really appreciate all of you guys. And yeah, we want to hear from you guys. So just put in the regular chat if you can't super chat in or whatever, but there you go. Ozzy says, "Wow, am I timed out?" Because you put in like 5 messages about Becky Lynch within the space of like 3 minutes. So we get it. Becky Lynch is in it. We'll get to that at some point. But anyway, we look forward to hearing from you guys. As I said, make sure that you click the links in the descriptions of our videos to check out the Teespring and the TeePublic store. Lots of ways to support us, help us out, and we look forward to talking to you guys about it. Should be interesting to see what you guys think about this. So yeah. Anyway, do all the things you need to do, and if you can't, like I said, can't contribute by PayPal or Super Chat, by all means, just put your thoughts, comments in the regular chat. Although if you Super Chat or PayPal, we do 100% read them and get them on air. So if you want your opinions out there, that's the best way to do it. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you guys. And the poll, go vote on the poll. 39 votes. Right now it's tied again with did not
Ooh.
like, and it was okay. 38% liked it. It's way down at 23%. So
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm very interested to see what people think on this. So now I can officially ask you, since people are here, because I think it's fair to say there's it. In as much as, if you agree, in as much as you want to see the show, I thought this was quite a good sample scene of the show, right? It had ship, cast, crew, uniforms, and it wasn't teen drama that would not put. Now, this felt, as much as it's going to, a more Trekky scene versus, in the grounds that the Academy landed with people talking about books. Like, fair to say it's a slightly better version? Or if you disagreed, let me know. What do you think?
I think they missed the mark entirely. They're showing us a clip
Excellent.
that shows Battle being attacked, big bad guy, out for revenge. And that's not what Star Trek is about, first of all. So they're totally missing the mark if they want to show us what Star Trek's about. However, I have a feeling that the rest of the show is very, Star Trek on serving on the ship USS 90210, Beverly Hills, style. So it's going to be more teen drama-y. So they showed us the most exciting, most engaging thing that modern Trek fans or Trek fans in general lately have been used to. So I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing that they showed us this. Um, I think they were hedging their bets a bit with a ship and some action and some like this is going to be something you guys are going to want to watch. Trust us, but 80% of the show is going to be teen drama bullshit. So I think this was the wrong clip to show, and it was deceptive. I get a deceptive vibe from them with this one. So that's my thought on it.
So saying I was too positive in my trying to give them something there.
Yeah, you were going the exact opposite direction as to what I was going to say.
Which
And
is
I was
which
just
is
like, oh,
which is great in a sense, because
yeah.
I think the teen drama stuff is going to be the least interesting stuff conceptually from a Trek show. So at least it showed other stuff. But I mean, do you remember what? Well, you wouldn't remember, but my I'll go back to what you think fully. That was just we were preambling, right? Because it's an interesting topic. My
Mhm.
my first comment to the chat, because we have a group chat, was it just feels identical to Discovery season 5 with Strange Worlds art design.
Yeah.
Like I would not have known this wasn't Discovery season 5. Nothing about it was remotely different. How do you say before we jump into the other thoughts?
No, I totally agree. Yeah, visually, just there's so much going on with just Discovery vibes. Uh, but yeah, 100%. I think a lot of the visuals, including some of the casting choices, which we'll get to in a minute or two, but it just says Discovery. So
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked how it had nothing different feel wise. The camera work was the same, displays were the same, the pace was the same. It probably is the same exact people carrying over, but I was surprised it doesn't feel different because Section 31 and Strange Worlds felt different. This just feels, which I guess they want because it wouldn't be this intentional, but just feels like Discovery, and I do not want more Discovery. And I'm genuinely shocked it has no visual identity to its own. I mean, these sets are bloody strange. I mean, we've said it before, the damn rooms, but like this is just a Strange World set. There's nothing like there's no replicable matter at play. There's no holograms, which I don't want, but every single set felt like Stranger Worlds. I am genuinely shocked how tone deaf these
yeah,
two things are because it's like the least fresh thing they could possibly bring. Which is why
and
I thought it was almost safe they show it because it just feels like more of the same. So if you're already a fan of these things, it's
yeah,
just more. But I was expecting something newer and different.
yeah, and lens flare stuff as well. Like they're really digging into the whole. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, now what do you think? What did you think? And guys, do interrupt with super chats. Let us know or PayPal if you can. What was your thoughts then watching this overall? Ramble if you must, because I like rambling.
My Yeah, my first thought was I'd like to say thank you to Darth Cisco 1829 for joining the channel at the rank of ensign. Thank you so much.
Can Darths be ensigns?
I guess so.
Okay, there we go. The Sith still have a rank structure. Ha ha ha. Thank you so much. Those go a super
Yeah.
long way. Oh, super. Yeah, super thanks, super chat. All the supers. Thank you. Bye to you, Stuart.
Yeah, this Holly Hunter annoyed the shit out of me the entire time. Although it's better than I anticipated her being, which is odd. I thought, am I gonna grow to like this character? Possibly. But at the same time, I was just annoyed with her voice, her cadence, her walk, everything about her. Just but if the character is good and strong and written well, it can win me over. This has happened before. So um then Paul Giamatti showing up, thought he was fantastic, but very much still Paul Giamatti. He wasn't anything like distinctly different than anything he's really done before. But he was the most enjoyable thing from all this, in my opinion. A lot of the characters got some different aliens and different skin tones and stuff like that, which is really cool. Some really great, strong. It feels like some strong bridge characters, which I'm sure we'll never get to know. Um, but uh casting, I mean, I hate to be the person that says this, but the one lady that comes up in the blue uniform, that's very much not somebody you'd typically see cast in anything that's fanciful, doesn't have the best body, doesn't have the best look. That well, that's not really a thing that bothers me so much. It bothers me here for particular reason, and I don't know what it
Hold on.
is.
The why is everything gone yet grey? What?
Don't know. I just noticed that on the
Yeah, the
feed.
hell? It's the L cars?
No, the Alcars
Oh,
is
then it
fine.
swapped back. What? How long was that there for?
Don't know.
Sorry, guys. I've never seen we were just full of grey. Okay, I didn't.
Yeah.
I just okay. Sorry, continue.
Anyway, going back, casting, I think they're going to dig into that one particular character, like the haters of the show, being overweight, not fit for Starfleet, just kind of. They're going to call wokeness on it, which I hate that term, that, but I personally, it doesn't bother me a lot, but it's very noticeable in this scene. Um, other than that, the rest of the casting looks really good. Uh, have a bit of an issue with. mean, the space shots were pretty good. You got to see the ship. You got to see the ship getting hit and this thing enveloping the ship. And of course, only our main characters are the, what's that? And looking out the window, everybody's just running up the stairs because nobody else would stop and look. I thought that was a little bit stupid, if I'm honest. They could have done that a lot better.
That's true. All 4 leads. Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing the doctor was great, although he's still called the doctor. I don't think they've given him a name yet, which is interesting. It was just okay for me. I mean, again, it's Starfleet Academy. You're taking students out. It's this really stupid thing to put all your future officers in life-threatening situations. I think that's kind of stupid. I don't know. That's just all the things right off the top of my head. I'm sure if when we get into it, there'll be more. But yeah. Anyway, I wasn't as disappointed as I could be. I was expecting more teen drama bullshit, but I think they've deliberately tried to trick us by showing us this, and it's still going to be a huge factor, which is annoying me even more that they didn't just fess up and put something like that in here. I don't know. Anyway, what are your thoughts? What were your thoughts watching this?
What do you think I'm going to say?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, amount of enjoyment.
You always surprise me and say, I absolutely love this. It was better done than this and this and this. And it's like, no, what? I think you're gonna mirror a lot of the same things I did. Especially with the casting of the one particular character.
See, I remember,
and the glasses. You're gonna mention the glasses.
See, it's funny. I remember there was a time during, I think, Orville season 2 and the Discovery, and for like 4 weeks in a row, we went this just entirely unplanned. We swapped our opinions per week as to which one's best, and we just each week for 4 weeks just swapped. So we would like, so I'd listen to you saying, "Oh, I love the Orville," and so I like Discovery more. I'm like, what? Not. Yeah. So it's funny how sometimes we can do that, but it's kind of interesting. Although, what are people saying before we jump into my thoughts? I'm interested, and guys, do super chat and PayPal if you can, because the PayPal is the important.
Chuck A member for 6 to 8 months at the rank of lieutenant, says, I have mixed feelings about this new show. Most people say the same thing. So yeah, it's one of those situations.
It's an action diversion. I don't think it will be most of the time.
Yeah, New Trek can't ever seem to get the future right. It always smacks of being set in the futuristic 2020s rather than the actual future. I think that's a very blanket statement. Oh, you said New Trek. Okay. New Trek. Yeah, you're kind of right. I thought you just meant Trek.
That'd be a hell of a statement.
Yeah.
So,
the thing is this gonna feel aged in 30 years? And yes, I think it will. It'll be a product of its time.
Or just like whichever season of the Discovery or where it was just like really gritty feeling, and I was like, this is unnecessarily gritty, because that was just everyone like the dark and the contrast and the, you know, it was like the lens flares, right? That dates 09 and beyond are so hard because that's like no one after that's really done lens flares in the same way. It dates it within like those 3 or 4 years they took to make it. That was the era of lens flare that, you know, it ate its own tail, as it were.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, Stuart, ask me the question. Sorry.
So, what did you think about watching this? What were your feelings?
Well, I thought the space stuff was reasonably nice. It felt straight out of Discovery again, but they got better, and it's clean. It's, you know, I think the ship actually looked decent because it feels more like a ship than the other shots where it landed. So I actually had a lot. No, we didn't have a problem with it per se, but I like the ship a lot more. That deflector was very reminiscent of, oh god, a fan design, but I was okay with it, at least the space stuff. Although some of the same problems I always see, like the edge of this saucer is like they didn't expect to go that close, so I can see the limitations of the modeling and texturing. Because they didn't plan that, and they just, anyway. So I thought the space stuff was really nice. I thought it just felt straight out of Discovery, which meant that it, like I said, didn't have its own identity instantly. And this is obviously a subset of a subset, but it made me realize how terrible a whole plan. Because if the premise of the show is the Academy, but they've cheated that by making the Academy a ship, which is interesting, and the first thing you ever show is the ship getting attacked, and literal holes in the hull, which means kids always started dying, or at least officers. So the first thing we ever see as a scene, it proves is a terrible idea. The first thing we ever do, because this guy instantly takes them out Narada style. Because he goes for the shields, he attacks them. I think at one point he's using like harpoons at some point. Like it's like he wins this battle, right? Even so much as Holly Hunter. I was trying to listen to the dialogue. She's like, they say engines are down, then she orders evasive maneuvers despite engines and helm being down, so she's not listening to her crew. There's some few contradictions in the lines that don't make sense.
Yeah.
That makes her feel. I don't think she's gonna be a good or smart captain. I think she's just a person who has upgraded to the rank of captain. Like she's an academy person, not a captain. As in, she's academy first. I think she's gonna be a pretty poor captain. So I thought that was odd for the odd vibe. Also, I found it. I don't remember ever thinking in a standard battle that hair gets that frizzy, because normally you work with actors to look good, and I was surprised how absolutely like unkempt she looked at the end. How frizzy, like that you put product and you make it refined. It just made her feel very, I know she's sneak attack, but unprepared, unprofessional. This is our lead character sort of maybe, and she felt very unprofessional and just a lady that's walked on set with, for my ears, a very hard to understand accent. Therefore, she's like Pelia, obviously. She's very bad vibes of vocals and such. But she wasn't acting through it. Like sometimes if you have an accent, you can work to go past it, but she was talking quite quietly, which meant the lisp, I suppose, or the accent was taking a lot of the vocals, so she's generally quite hard to understand. And the acting wasn't really going past that. A lot of actors act a different accent, and she could have done an accent that was more understandable. So I don't know. I hope she's not a main character almost, because what an odd pick. Again, I don't know her from anything. Elastigirl being the only one thing I know her from, and I would never think that's Elastigirl's movie. She's fine in that, right? They're all good, but so she's a nobody to me personally, and she's an odd choice for sure. And then apart from that, just yeah. Oh, and I love how when the ship, the green ship comes together, they use like a Star Wars engine sound effect from episode 1 or 4. It's like verbatim out of Star Wars. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Also, the addition of the dots, the robots, annoyed me, but we already knew those were going to be a thing. So
Well, it's just funny. They say hollow projectors are down. Obviously, he's still working. No mobile emitter visible, but that's neither here nor there.
yeah.
So like they've already established that they can make hollow doctors, and then as soon as we see the show, they're so easy to damage that they can't have hollow people. But then they have these. The whole thing felt an interesting contradiction of like logic of whatevering, especially as they it's like a beam shot, but like I said, it felt like Discovery, but without knowing the people. The bridge isn't good at all. Just feels like a big room.
You know what I just noticed scrolling through these pictures?
Yeah.
When Paul Giamatti's character at the end or solidifies on the bridge, they're transported to hologram. He's got tic-tac-toe in the side of his head. With the zeros win, he's got the strike through them. So I wonder if that's going to play in any way to his relationship with Holly Hunter's character.
Why not?
I didn't notice it till now, and it's a standout now. It's like, wow.
And yeah, I liked Paul Giamatti, but mostly because he was the only one acting.
Yeah,
everyone
else
was
having fun.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I could do that exact sort of I'm clearing the scenery and having fun with it. Like, whereas you throw someone like Michael Dorn playing Worf, who they're not the same, or Chris Judge's Tilt, they're playing a real character. He's not playing a character, he's playing some guy who's an alien. Which in fairness, aliens don't define how you act. But, he just sort of was a guy. Which in fairness means we can see his mouth. They've learned not to prosthetic peel as much. Because it's him. Nothing else going on. So yeah, I was whelmed, but I don't imagine the whole show is going to be spaceship, space battle, end of the world vibe.
This is going to be the punctuation on all of the teen drama. You're going to get some scenes like this that are goodish, but Eric Martin, member for 50 or 37 months at the rank of captain. Thank you so much, Eric.
What's the difference?
Says, I'll give it a chance. Effects look good, but the writing and characterizations look very Kurtzman. I'm on the fence, or should I say, the neutral zone. Indeed.
I mean, the thing is, it'd be weird if the effects didn't look good. As in, this company's Pixamundo, I assume, has been doing these ship shots for coming on 8 years for Trek, right? I mean, they all look good, as I said, but that's I can make nice, not that nice, but you know, it's the easy part. And the set does look big. They're definitely showing it
Yes, the
off.
bridge looks very big.
Well, I meant the rest of the set, and it is
Oh,
interesting. It's all interconnected, but I just think it's not going to have its own identity in the same way as a lot of other things. Just all these big open spaces. I don't know. I don't know.
all right. Richard Lal, 10 pounds.
Thanks much.
Says, enjoyed the scene and will give the show a chance, but felt a little deja vu. Unknown ship attacking a Starfleet vessel in a nebula. Cough. Picard season 3.
And
Yes.
Kelvin 09.
Yep.
I mean, it's a
Well,
very vanilla scene.
it
Right?
can't just be empty space anymore. I don't know if you've noticed that. Even Strange New Worlds, it's
Yeah.
always around a planet with fucking asteroids.
Well, that was every week.
It's
Yeah.
got to be something in space to make it feel more dynamic, I guess. It's just why?
And my assumption, I'm gonna give the benefitiest of the doubtiest benefit, okay?
Sure.
Right? That they're a nebula thing which affects shields heavily. And that's why Paul Giamatti attacked then, because the shields down like 20%, because they instantly the mine things go through their shields, and then every other torpedo goes to their shields. So shields play zero impact in the story because you see petrol explosions. I know Discovery's a bit shit with that anyway, but we'll benefit the doubt here. So I'm assuming there's a logic. They say shields up at 10%, but I don't know if the CGI people knew that in the script, because there was a real like I got you guys feel, you know, like I would be surprised, but if this was like episode 8 and this is the big, they finally come and attack. So the fact that this baddie ship can within a minute disable and capture ostensibly Starfleet Academy, which would be one of the most advanced, most heavily armed, most protected ships in Starfleet. In under a minute, I mean, yes, it had loads of mines, that's fine, but under a minute, right? Like they lost weapons and helm. You're done,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, we're giving Giovanni a even more powerful. It's a bigger, more powerful ship again. How boring is that?
It's boring. Yep.
Not so boring ship, but
it's cookie cutter Star Trek storytelling at this point, which annoys me.
And it's green, as in green Pewie's like the Breen and the Osara. I mean,
there was a cool shot or moment, I guess, where she's like, number one, go check on the kids. And number one, like, beams out right away. Like, that was kind of cool. I'm like, okay, you can get down there pretty quick with that. So they're using that, but
I just think the security team or other things.
I don't know. Sean O'Sullivan, though, puts in €2 and says, I don't like Kurtzman. He's coarse and rough and irritating. And he gets everywhere. Yes.
Not untrue. Not untrue. Yeah, but I was genuinely struck by how this felt like Stranger Worlds.
Yeah.
Because all of the computer displays are just Stranger Worlds. All the surfaces feel the same. Like I said, I don't need holograms, but everything about this is Stranger Worlds, not the future. Because we liked the white, clean aesthetic of Discovery. At least this is all just. I mean, so unbelievably not prescient.
Yeah, even the helm displays and stuff that you see, it's just you would see that in Strange New Worlds. It's the exact same thing.
I'm really confused. I mean, even that view screen is the same sort of multi-layered, and then the light. I'm so confused by this. Like, I'm not. If this genuinely was a Stranger World set that they redressed and like abandoned because that's why the doors are identical. Fucking identical.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
It's so shocking. Like this. Maybe this is a set from, or maybe this is a set from season 4, which they filmed first.
On the same picture I am. I was going to tell you to look at that picture, but yeah. If everything about it, from the raised bar in the front of the helm to the view screen to the door to the display on the view screen with the multiple contacts, it all just feels Strange New Worlds.
Like verbatim. Like I'm genuinely gonna give them benefit of the doubt now, actually, because there are some right. is that maybe they built Stranger World season 4, which they had already shot, and this is like a space station war room, and each of these outer rim things are meant to be separate view screens, but for this show they made them only one view screen, and they thought we can either build a new bridge or literally take Stranger Worlds from episode 3 that cost 450,000. We'll just redress this and make it our bridge, and we've saved a lot of money. I'm gonna benefit the doubt because it's so identical. It's absolutely embarrassing if not, and I'm embarrassed for them because now we've seen it more. It's embarrassing.
Well, yeah, the one thing I do like now that looking at some of these images, I mean, it looks almost unfinished, but the programmable matter controls that they have looks like some kind of textured thing that they put down. But like, you can just imagine instead of the buttons and switches that you have in Strange New Worlds, they've got these almost look like tile pieces now
Yeah,
that are programmable matter buttons. So whatever
so
you need it to be.
because we saw what the tech is in the Futurist book, where the whole thing is just
Yeah.
this grey matter. He just does this, but now they've just got displays. Now I like displays, but it's just a Strange New Worlds display. It's very strange.
Even her chair, like a few scenes later, you see the arms of her chair have the exact same thing. She's also got a book with her, but um, yeah,
It's very odd.
it is. It is.
Now, what first elephant in the room then? Because it was amazing, and see what you guys think. It was amazing how many red flags were in the first like 15 seconds and 20 seconds. I was shocked by that was what they chose. So one of the big. So for us, we don't mind the Gemhead R because of course she's 500 years in the future. It's absurd to think it's like someone 500 years ago now. Oh god, when would that have been? That would have been 1500s.
Yeah.
Of course, you can't throw a small piece of metal faster than half a mile an hour. Cue minigun. Of course, you can't make a Jem'Hadar female. Cue 500 years later. Of course you can, right? I don't go up all bitch about it. Any other era, I'd say no. This era, fine, don't mind. But
Yeah.
that's one thing. But people complain about the glasses, which obviously we didn't know from any other trailer. How do you feel about how her glasses?
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like it's come around where it's in fashion now because Kovich had them as well.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with people have it, little idiosyncrasies there. They like to wear glasses or they need to wear glasses. At this point, I wouldn't think you would need to, even if you're allergic to Retinax 5 like Kirk was. This is so many hundreds of years later, they would have been a way for them to cure her. She is a lanthanite, which again, is kind of why would she need glasses? Regardless, I don't have a real issue with it because, you know, sometimes people need glasses. Unfortunately, I do. I wish I didn't, but that was one of the things about Star Trek that made it cool, though, is that nobody needed glasses.
What's the thing? In Trek, everyone's thin, everyone's got good eyes, everyone's like healed because I mean some things were a choice, being bald's a choice, whatever. But you didn't need to worry about these things because like even alcohol, right? You could drink alcohol for taste and then either it doesn't create ill effects or you can remove them with a injection or whatever. You know, like that's the point. So having something that anachronistic does feel odd. I'm assuming they're pure vanity. They're just like because she thinks she looks cool with them, they have served no purpose.
Maybe.
Because like she hands them to her officer and then leaves.
Does she?
Yeah. So she obviously doesn't need them because she's handing them to the
Oh
person.
yeah, she does. She
just
hands them to the first officer. Okay.
like what she.
But she walks up from the captain's chair with them. That being said, I just said she had a book at the captain's chair. Somebody gave her a book. She maybe has them for like reading purposes or whatever, or just that vibe, right?
Well, she's looking at the console, but it's like
Yeah.
But you, what's the second one's going to put on her console, and then when you move, they'll slide off. I don't understand the point of that. So I'm fine if she says, "Oh, I like," because we've seen her office in a previous trailer. It's very old worldy. So I'm fine if she just likes certain old timey things. You know, she's worn glasses for style for 750 years. She ain't gonna right. That's fine, but it does feel odd. Like it would have been a lot more logical if I was doing this because I just think it's silly that she hands them. It breaks immersion a lot. That she would. Like if the scene started with a book, right, and it was maybe Spock's autobiography, whatever, and she's got the glasses on, and then you hear some alert, and then she taps it and it goes, and she puts that in her pocket.
That's so cheesy. That's so nanite. Like
That is literally their gimmick.
everybody's got these new like helmet things now.
But that's
No,
they can pull weapons out. I think that's far more logical than having glasses, physical
it is, I
glasses,
guess.
because then she can use them whenever she wants. Put like it wouldn't even be fine. It would be even fine if in her combat she has custom glasses mode because she likes seeing. Like, that would make more sense than handing glasses off. For me, that yeah, I mean the glasses are fine because unfortunately, Stuart, the amount of backlash I got for you wearing glasses in the short was more than I hoped. Less than could have been, of course, but more than I hoped.
Yeah.
But now we've got another canon character who potentially is allergic to any form of retinax and or just likes to wear
Or
glasses.
just chooses to wear glasses.
Because
Yeah.
why not? I mean, if these people are choosing to be fat, then choosing to wear glasses.
Yeah.
What do people think,
Yeah.
though?
I don't have much of an issue with it as long as it's a rarity. You see the odd person here and there that has glasses, it's not a big deal to me. If it becomes more like, you know, if a lot more characters have them, it's a problem, but I think it's going to be fine the way it is.
Because you'd imagine that at this point, you could not just replace the eyes, but
Yeah.
repair every single part of the process from the eye to the brain, and every single part should be fixable. Like
And
TOS
Devo
was
says she
still.
preferred wearing glasses like Kirk did. No, Kirk didn't prefer wearing glasses. He had
Ooh.
to.
Mhm.
He was getting old. He was losing his nearsightedness, so he got reading glasses because he was allergic to retinax. Yeah.
Yeah, it's he couldn't take the miracle drug, and so he had to have the old school work from 100 years ago. But that
Yeah.
was like TOS was still rustic
Yeah.
on purpose, as is unlike Stranger Worlds, where they could literally just now I'm an alien, right? Like they were 3 weeks one-way signaled from Earth, 3 weeks back, frontier. So therefore
Yeah.
rusted. Therefore you kind of get okay, yeah, fine. They've not quite cured everyone's blindness, whatever. So, but I get the sense she's like I said, she instantly vibes she's not a good captain or a good officer. She just is put here for other reasons, which, in fairness, might play a big part of the story. So she has the foibles of having a vanity glasses. I think that's okay because it's a choice, right? I just don't think they're real in the sense of like she needs them. They're just a vanity thing.
Yeah. Could be, yeah. You're right. It is odd how she hands them to her first officer and then walks away. It's
Yeah.
like a week later. What did you do with my glasses? I don't remember. You told me to go take care of the students being attacked. God damn it.
Yeah. And the Jem'Hadar lady, I didn't know she was British. That was unusual.
Yeah.
But good makeup. I mean, no issue with the
Mhm.
makeup. Oh god. And then the guy says tachyons detected, which are time particles, but then the things just come out of asteroids.
Yeah.
I don't know if they know what tachyons are. Because there was no hint of a time-based anything, because they are literally time particles. That's all they do.
Yeah.
What did you take from that, and or is it just a mess
It
up?
didn't even clock with me until you just said it now, but it's technobabble for the sake of technobabble. I feel like they don't know what tachyons are necessarily. Unless there's some kind of time element to his tech that we find out later, but
Well, they're replicatable matter mine bomb things that go on the thing. I don't know. Like, I'm fine if he has some sort of time abilities. That's fine. That's interesting. But that's not what they showed us
yeah.
at all.
Um
But the ship's not bad. Like,
no, the ship scenes look pretty good.
it's flat, trekky lighting. Actually, gonna be honest, that's kind of what I prefer.
Yeah, and I'm starting to like the ship the more I see it, so
It's like Discovery, right? From certain angles. Now we see
yeah.
there's this shot right after the lady beams away, where there's computer displays of rooms, and I want to know what because normally it says a radar detection and yeah it does radar detection 12 targets.
Yep.
Okay, and there's this outline of something. They haven't found the ship yet, so it can't be that. What the
No, it
hell is
looks
that?
I don't know, it looks very much like a cargo ship
Yeah,
display, doesn't it?
yeah. it wouldn't make sense to be the inner workings of their ship. Do you think we've
No.
got a cargo ship in the bay? Because that's taking up several monitors, right? That's an important thing. That's a distinct thing.
It's a good question.
All because the displays are so in frame, which I like. That
Wow.
they're very visible.
There's there's even one above her to the right side of the image as well. Same ship or display.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's genuinely all over the place.
It's kind of hard to see what that says on the upper one.
Because it reminds me of the Sulaco if you took out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows what I mean. He knows what I mean.
Yeah.
But I appreciate we can see data stuff. And then we get this cool, and we're gonna look at this separately, guys, because I think these are really reasonably good shots of the ship. Deflector that I like. Someone said they didn't like how they fired torpedoes to fire against mines. I would agree. That's an odd. You would fire phasers to destroy mines because you could just go.
Yeah.
Like all the torpedoes miss, even though they're all guided, and they fire like 8. I know they don't care. I know they do not care about this stuff, but I would have fired phasers. Like this is meant to be, if not the most, one of the most heavily defended, secured, strongest installations in all of the Federation, and it's a real bitch in this, right?
Yeah, we'll pause there for a second because we have 44 people here, 31 likes. Hit the like button. We also have 74 votes on our poll, so we're going to end our poll.
Yes, beautiful.
With 74 votes, 46% said did not like it. That's the winner. Meh is 31% and liked it at 23%.
Or that needle didn't move for like, it stayed. Well, I mean, more people added to it, but it stayed the same. 46. Yeah. Okay. So that's combined 77%. We're not excited. Fair to say. 77. Mr. Bread says tachyons can be from cloaking devices.
I mean, maybe somewhere in the lore there's.
Is that what they say for Star Trek 3? Tachyons detected?
I don't think so. PJ says, in terms of 32nd century tech, there's a serious lack of imagination. This could pass for a 25th century. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Somebody earlier made a reference to the glasses, saying maybe they translate ancient text or different text in real time, kind of like those new earpods that translate on the fly. That'd be kind of neat, just as a fun gadget that you'd buy at like the local shop on board the ship. Like, hey, look at these glasses. This whole book, I can just read it.
He'd be like David Tennant, where everything is a little shop in the entryway.
Yeah.
So, as per Memory Alpha, in addition, cloaked ships were known to produce detectable tachyon emissions. In 2372, the USS Defiant produced a tachyon surge when decloaking in front of the SS Zosa. In 2373, when the fleet of Romulan warbirds decloaked in Deep Space Nine, they produced a large butt of tachyons. As of 2379, the Remans were able to equip the Reman warbird scimitar. The cloak did not have this limitation. So it sounds like Romulan-based tech, because obviously the Defiant's cloak was Romulan, so... Yeah. And Romulans use a subspace singularity, which I suppose has some element of, you can imagine, folded time or something to keep it consistent, right?
Well, there you go.
So I don't remember that being in Star Trek 2, that wobble. I don't remember that being tachyon based, but yeah.
Okay, well, I don't have an issue with that, really.
Although he didn't decloak, so...
But didn't the mines?
They come out of the rock. They were in the asteroids, which is great. A great trap. And I'm fine if they I'm fine if they cut this scene up and there's actually more in between. Like we see the ship decloaking or whatever, but we didn't, so we can't take that for red.
And you get this like mold growing on the ship, which seems very techno-organic. Almost thought Borg at first, but yeah, it's just like tech organic. It's like a circuit board type pattern.
Yeah, it's in the nicest way. It's just shit happening, you know.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's eating shields because it's on the hull, but they've got shields up because they save 10%. So it's going through. I mean, there's no shields at any point in this scene, so I guess the VFX just forgot to put shields on.
Yep.
I guess because
And later they're like 10% shields left. It's a big kind of important thing in this scene. So
you've already got on the hull.
I know.
And that would have been kind of
I
cool if
know.
it was like over the shield, or going, and then once the shields go down, they go.
Yeah.
Doesn't do that. But this is a good use of replicatable matter, right? Ship gets overcome by stuff, and it is a good imagery of having the Delta being taken over. You know, I didn't hear the first 3 times, but that is Stephen Colbert's voice as the announcer. And you get what do you think of the inside in context then? Because we've only ever seen it from other shots. What do you think?
But the commotion or just the
Well, the
internal?
set, yeah, just the set vibe, because I can just see it in sort of context.
It does seem nice and impressive. Like the fact that they build this and it's the largest set they've built. I think it's even larger than the Deep Space Nine set, but um, it just doesn't feel of the era. So like it feels very Strange New Worldsy. Even the dots, the fucking robots, they don't feel. I don't know. Plus, the dots still have the split delta on them as well. It's like
Well,
they took them straight out of Discovery.
they've got the assets, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I imagine it was a fun set to be in, but it just feels sanitized.
Feels like a really high-end mall.
But also nothing's going on. Like there's no
Yeah.
like normally malls are flat areas. You'd have the rooms which would have the tech and the sales. Like I would be okay, quote unquote okay, if this was a not exactly, but like Star Trek Into Darkness, we have that middle for some reason a middle like
yeah.
the ring in the middle where you can see the entire ship because reasons. And if you had that here, not that exactly, but whereby you could see into all different classrooms and each one had activity. And obviously the lecturers could turn on, you know, privacy shields as needed, but like the whole thing was just a big open, like it felt open, but it was all sub rooms that were fully sound dampened. Like this is a fine set, but it's just a big reflective neon
Yeah.
sanitized thing. I'm sure it's a new ship.
Feels like a dance club in Tron.
Yeah, it does, yeah. And I've got there's a so they're running up the stairs. Now I had 2 thoughts here. One's easy to they're not beaming, whereby this is the most they're almost dying. Like this is a dangerous situation. They know it. They're saying get to your bunks. Why they're not beaming? Now you could argue because beaming systems were down, it's not safe. But the second officer had beamed less than a minute earlier, and also beaming tech is in the communicator. It doesn't use the ship systems. It's its own beaming, so they should all individually be safe. I don't know why. Like it's hard to have these sort of scenes for have risk when the crew are actively risking the lives of everybody by not using the beaming tech that they use every single day for every other reason. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't either.
And it pulled me out of it again because it just doesn't make sense in the world they've created.
It's just mass chaos at this point. And then it's like I said, our 4 main characters stop to look at the thing. No one else. Just I find that incredibly odd. People would stop and be like, "Oh," or at least like point at it as they're going up the stairs. It never happens. But yeah, you're right. They should have instantly just transported back to their quarters or whatever, or safe zones.
Like especially if they ordered to. Order implies
Yeah.
immediate. They're all choosing to not, and it's just hard to justify that they can't individually beam given they've all got mobile, portable, independent beaming tech, and the ship's under attack. But I think they're all fine too. And it'd be fine if they'd said beaming you down, or if the lady hadn't beamed the earlier scene, because I'd be fine saying all beams were down, but they're not. So I don't know, it just feels disingenuous. Because
I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's tricky, right? Because they've set incredibly specific world logic, and so we're gonna keep them to that, right? But guys, it has been almost an hour. We've had 2 super chats, which is not enough for this sort of Academy content. Super chat or PayPal if you can. We want to do more Academy stuff, but if people aren't interested in a way that helps the channel, then we can't cover very much. And we want to cover it, want to give it its due. But if we either have to cover it and lose out on bills, then yeah. So if you can, please do let us know what you think. Help us out and let us know what you think. What are people saying? Looks like a Las Vegas casino. Yes. Oh, how's that gone? Oh, again. Oh, we're gone. No, still there. Okay, cool. Why didn't the first officer just say, "I've comms get to bunks"? Yes. The comm badge beaming is already running a plot. The doctor yelling, "Breathing is your friend." Bad writing. I mean, he's always a bit weird, right? I mean, unfortunately, when you say that's bad writing, you could then start calling out loads of Voyager for just bad writing for him being weird, right? Weird people are weird often. That's okay. It's not great, but like, he's a good character. Let's have a look. I'm just curious, who's asking for these shows? Well, I mean, in fairness, not everyone knows what they want to get it.
I'm back.
Hello.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So yeah, it is odd because as I said as you were leaving, like they've set up their own rules for this version of their universe, and when they don't follow their own rules, it becomes more frustrating because don't introduce the stuff unless you're going to use it, because then it like it would be interesting, right, if instead of this scene, because they're obviously young cadets, but they'd be trained to not like. Could you see Wesley Crusher and his cadets running like this? I don't know. I feel like they'd be a bit more prepared.
Get to stations. I can see that, but
if you watch the body language, everyone is running like just people. There's a chaos, but they are even first year. They're a bit more, they're whatever.
Yeah.
But it'd be great if any of our leads had any lines in this. If it's say cut to this main guy and he was in his science room, does this, and go to your quarters. It's not working. We gotta go by foot. Shit. Done. That's all you need, right? Otherwise, it's a plot hole, then a plot hole.
And Dan Ben points out the black stuff is weaponized programmable matter. Star Trek has officially confirmed in an article.
That's
clearly. Yeah.
I mean, clearly. And you've got looking out at the giant window, which is being eaten up. Cool. Giant set piece. I mean, they love their windows.
I do like the one actor in yellow that's at helm or tactical, whatever side he's on. I think I don't know. I like this. What I was talking about the casting. Seems competent. It seems like a guy we're going to maybe get to know, hopefully. Also got a Green Orion guy.
Yes. Now, possibly is it because he's just a stereotypical Starfleet officer, male in his 40s, so he's probably done a few things.
40s or 50s. He's a pretty older looking gentleman.
Yeah, all I thought with him, I got a friend who I would imagine dyes his beard, given how it looks. And he strikes him as a guy who's a bit too old, who should have grey in his beard, so he dyes it, and there's just a look to that. Because I also haven't got there yet. I don't know if you would dye your beard or your moustache, but I would imagine that it grows so quickly that you either have to deal with it every day, or it'd be so white and grey all the time that you can't keep. That's why actors tend to don't have either let it grow grey in this state, black, or don't have a beard, because this is easy to keep dark. I assume he's dyeing his beard, and it kind of, but it has a look, right? Has a look. Although Holly Hunter has got a hologram, so good for her. She's wonderfully not looking at it at all.
Yeah, that annoyed me too. Send a message and it comes up outgoing transmission, but she doesn't react to it. It's like right here. Small thing, like, yeah, she'd be used to the technology, but at the same time, you'd think it's catchment. Give it a quick glance to make sure it's the correct information.
Well, she didn't know it was going to be there.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, there is a light on her face, so I'm guessing that was that. Although it's odd because it's not. There's no light on her trousers, but there's light on her face. How are they lighting her face if not a practical light? How are they lighting her face and not anything else about her?
I don't know, but yeah, it looks like the hologram's throwing off the light on her face, but I don't know how they would have done that.
Doesn't make any sense. But I mean, also in this screen cap, she looks so. I know she's been attacked, but she seems so unprofessional.
Yeah.
Like I could not picture, even in this pose. I'm obviously this is the captain of our show, right? Picard, Cisco, Archer, just, I mean, Janeway, I don't know. She just really does not come across as a captain. So I like the idea that she's just a pure Vance says, you've got experience of people across the generations. We know you've been at a desk for the last 160 years. Take the ship. I'm not. What's her voice sound like? I'm not here to do a ship, Captain. For Kailash. No, it's fine. You won't get into trouble. It's fine. Okay, fine. I'm just an administrator. Because I like if she's sort of her depth. But then if they're always back at Earth, then being at your depth is on a null point because you're with Earth all the time. Unless the ship gets lost, in which case she has to be out of her depth, which is interesting. But I can tell she has no command experience from this scene, right?
Well, Richard Lau, 10 pounds. Could Nuss Braca and his ship be Romulan as in a group that didn't join the reunification on Vulcan? Yeah, anything's possible, for sure.
That's a fair point. And Romulan cloak, Romulan whatever. I like
And
that.
Three extra bread throws in $5, but retracted his message.
Well, do let us know.
Well, thank you for the super chat.
Makes all the difference. Thank you. Let us know. And yeah, great for the Orion because they're darn rare. And the other lady who I'm sure we'll see a close of, great makeup. Good to see aliens on the bridge. It's quite a commitment, so I appreciate them doing that.
Then we got a new ship.
New ship. With a literally a Star Wars sound. Oh, yeah. Wait, it's really 3 ships? 1 ship? Is it Prometheus?
Yeah, 3 ships, maybe.
Don't
know.
Because it would be. I mean, they love. I don't know if you've noticed this in a lot of these new Treks, but like cloned pieces to make an impressive design, but reusing parts. So really, this is 1 ship, and if you look at it, it's just 2 pieces, with then 2 wings that are the same, right? So there's a lot less to build model-wise. But I'm actually really down for obviously Prometheus if there's actually like 3 small ships that combine or become subships, because that is a effective way of, doing something. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, better for hiding, I guess. Better for attacking. Comes in quite helpful in a lot of instances. So,
where's the captain? Which part is he on? I don't know.
Yeah. And 3 extra bread throws in $10.
Appreciate you.
It says, love the clip. Really stoked for the show. I'm a fan of Star Trek since I was a kid. DS9 is my favorite, but I also grew up with TNG and TOS. All Trek is good Trek, not Section 31. Love Disco too. Sorry. Don't be sorry. We like to point out the good and bad in all of it. So there's a lot of elements of Discovery that we liked. So don't ever apologize for liking anything.
Well,
you might not agree with everything that you like with, but we always find the good and the bad in all of it, right?
Well, the first thing I said was the space shot's pretty good.
Yeah.
First thing I said. Although all Trek is good Trek, which therefore means that no Trek is best Trek. If everything's good, then nothing's good.
Yes, just some are better than others.
Yeah, which means this might be the worst best, which makes it bad in a scale. That's a problem with right, not ranking. Yeah. If it's all the same, then it means that is this as good as best of both worlds, or as Measure of Man? Don't know. But without if you want super, please do. But without super chatting, let us know what you loved about it, because that was a really general sentence. Thank you for that, and but let us know specifics, because I'd love to know, as being one of the few that are obviously supporting directly as to why you like it. Let us know some bullet points as what you liked about it specifically that we can touch on, because maybe you saw stuff we didn't see, maybe you like stuff that's don't know, right? Because we like.
And you don't have to super chat it in if you don't want to. You can put in the regular chat. We appreciate the super chat. So
yeah, let us know specifics. We'd love to be the positive voice, because this is the thing I said to someone else the other day. Like, actually, I think it was it's Dave Blass on Twitter, actually. He said something about the show Medium or the poster, and I said, it's not up to us, it's up to the show to be good or bad, right? We have no power in it. They made a show. It is either good or bad, as in that's them, not us. We will review it how we want, but we have no power if it's good or bad, and it will only be good or bad depending on its, depending on its writing and structure.
Yeah.
We aren't haters or lovers. Like, the show is either good or bad to us.
Yeah.
We have no say in it, right?
Yeah. And Kevin Scott says just seems like more Discovery. It does. It does feel very much like just a continuation of Discovery.
I'm shocked about that.
To a certain degree it is, because we're going to see a lot of crossover characters. But yeah,
Such an odd bridge. I appreciate getting a full view of it, but it's just so Stranger Worlds. It's
so much
genuinely,
going on.
and yet nothing. It's just
Yeah,
four, five. It's just bland consoles in curves with some screens. Like nothing is going on in the set except it's just filled with stuff. Because you remember like the Voyager's bridge where everything's facing forward and every console has a unique design and there are small greeblies, there are like little glass panels, and there's like there's no design here. Oh, I wonder if this
yeah.
is the Section 31 bridge that they've redressed. No, that was a smaller bridge. That was a small bridge.
That was smaller. Yeah.
I don't know.
Let me get the rest of Becky Lynch saying their shields are getting down.
So who is this person? Because there's news articles, but
She's the man. She's Becky Lynch, the man. She's just a wrestler from WWE.
Okay, so is this our new John Cena kind of vibe? Like the Rock, John Cena, like a wrestler who can act.
Yeah, she's also married to Seth Rollins, who's another WWE superstar.
So
It's just kind of cool that she's in
it's
it.
just more stunt casting because presumably she asked to be in it because she's famous.
Probably. I think she's a big Star Trek fan. Yeah.
Because I know she had blue hair dye lines, which is obviously fine, just a choice. But I didn't think anything of her because why would I? No idea who she is.
Well, she's wearing a wig here, but yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know who she is. And then you got this cool exterior shot. Where the hell are they?
Yeah.
It's like God rays as well.
Well, the ship looks less Romulan here. I will say that. It feels almost more Tholian with the colors and the shapes that are there. But, and yeah, to see the Athena from behind with like the wings, which almost feel like feathers, it's interesting.
We'll be covering this, Stuart, for everyone on Saturday. We're getting some good angles, I think.
Yeah. And they get grappled, and of course there's sparks, because why not? Why wouldn't there be? That's the other thing that stuck out to me. When the kids are running in the hallways and on the bridge, you get these like all the time with this. You'd think by this point they would have systems that wouldn't explode on the bridge. They should have had that in TOS, let's be honest, but I don't know. It just annoys me that this is how they visually show battle damage these days.
Yeah, but as soon as you start, like, that's one of the conceits. It's like saying they should wear full spacesuits to every single planet because they're air. You know, they should always, you start doing the things that. What was your point?
Explosions on the bridge.
Oh,
consoles exploding.
If you suddenly lost that, and the bridge did nothing and just shook, and nothing happened because it was so fine, you'd be like, nothing's happening. So I'm fine with those sorts of conceits. But also, it's like, if a ship is now...
There's levels of it.
Oh, well, sure. But that shows how dangerous he is.
Maybe one thing sparking. Yeah, but every battle, every hit to the ship, with shields up or not, is doing this shit.
No, but
it has been...
No, it's because they're always fighting the best ship in the quadrant. Like, they're never facing... Like, this ship is the most... Right? They're always facing the big boy. Like the Breen Dreadnought, like they're always the next big thing. That's why they're always...
That's true.
Because however high your ship gets, if the ship's bigger against you, the shields can't take it. Yeah, and I was surprised. Yeah. I didn't see the grapplers in the first watch. All I saw was explosions. I thought it was firing more torpedoes. But yeah, deliberately, they've got them, right? I mean, these guys are screwed. This is the first scene, and the Academy's getting screwed up, and the people are probably dying, and... Damn. Don't know why there's petrol explosions from grapplers hitting the hull, but... Going through shields, I don't know. I don't know. So at least, except on the left, there aren't fireballs going... Oh, Stuart's gone. Am I still alive? I'm still alive. Okay. Well, wait for Stuart to come back. And again, 3 extra bread. Let us know as to why you liked this trailer. We'd love to be able to discuss the distinct positives. Okay, Stuart left. He hopefully pop back at some point. Did not send a message. That's okay. I'm sure he'll be back in a moment. How do I look? Great view. Well, he's got the link, so he can come back whenever he wants. Right, let me do a poll as well, because I'm interested. Just doing a poll, guys. Yeah, watch most Starfleet content. Yes, review. Watch. Oh, what have I gone past on? My question is too long by one. Okay, there you go. Thanks for that. But guys, super chat your thoughts, comments, questions. We would like to know what you guys think. What has happened to Stuart? Where is he? But anyway, let's keep discussing while he pops back in. See, the ship gets kablooey. This is totally a great view for me, I'm sure. I guess I could do... Can I claim myself? Will that let me? It will if I do that. Okay, so I've got 2 windows for myself. How excellent. And then lower myself into a lower bar. There you go. Okay, well, there you go. Temporarily, I'm in double. Oh, a bit. Internet cut out. Oh, dear, Stuart. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, buddy. Well, I'll keep going. Well, let us know what you guys think. Super chat your thoughts, comments, and questions. Kevin Scott, the Discovery first episode was pretty interesting with Michael committing mutiny. Look, it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's a space academy with a next generation of cadets who are traveling for some reason, getting attacked by a giant tri-ship Klingon hybrid man who's got a personal grudge against the main lady. That's somewhat interesting. I mean, it's a revenge story, but, you know, it can be good. But yeah, we get nice views of the ship. We got some warp coils, some explosions with very much set piece destruction, system overload, good view of the ship. That's quite a good shot. Ah, yes, there's the alien. There we go. Now, is this meant to be a species from Enterprise? I don't know. It's cool, though. Actually, that's a good alien enough for Star Trek vibe. PJ first channel Discovery is slightly underrated, especially since season 3 on. It has a problem, but it'll look better compared to this. You know, it's funny, first channel, because the amount of people who I've been reading recently who said Discovery was good in season 1, season 2 was better, and then it lost in season 3 astound me, because I think it was terrible in season 1, plot hole filled season 2, and reviewed everything. He's back.
You reviewed everything? You don't need me anymore? Oh, okay.
No.
I was just going to say, I was saying something as it went out too. I don't know if any of it you heard. What's the grappling the back of the ship? Those back parts of the ship fold forward when it lands. So I'm wondering if they're going to grapple each side and the ship's going to like pull them apart.
Oh yeah,
We did notice that once,
didn't we? Flight mode.
But the one thing that annoys me is that after this happens, after they get grappled, all that, then Becky Lynch is like, our shields are down to 10%. It's like, so those got through the shields, these grapplers,
Mm-hmm.
because of course they did.
Yep. The non-visible shields. So despite replicable matter being on the hull across the entire ship and petrol explosions, their shields are up still.
Yeah.
I don't think that they gave the VFX company the script. Right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really make sense. And this shot amuses me the more time I watch it, because so right after that bit, there's a scene where the corridor goes boom, 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 right?
Yeah.
And all I thought when I watched this was, this is a stage stuntman
Yeah.
motif. It's just four people. It's somewhat like the Last Jedi fight, where once you notice it's staged, you can't not see it. It just feels like four guys or girls,
Yeah.
whatever.
Wire work.
Just it's the least impressive possible version of this. I'm surprised they made this, because it feels amateur beyond belief, and it just seems silly. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought the same thing. These really stood out to me. And I just thought about the poor Klingon that every time a bird of prey exploded or a Klingon ship, he gets like whooshed out into space.
Wow.
It's like, are they going to reuse these? I don't know.
Yeah. But did you
Richard
want?
Lau
Oh, yes.
throws in £5 and says, "Do you think Academy will get another season of its success, if it's successful or not? Just with everything going on and with the new Paramount owners, I don't know. It's got a season two at least, so at least two seasons of it. Uh, I don't know.
We'll put
Would they continue to do some like Kurtzman stuff if they've thrown him out? I don't know.
we'll put it this way: Legacy didn't get commissioned, even though there was a huge amount of public interest.
Yeah,
So they're not even commissioning stuff people want. So obviously they're going to finish the two seasons because that's contracts, right? But they did that before the new owners had any sort of say. So the
yeah,
new owners are going to look at this and say, we don't want to do this. So I would be shocked beyond belief. Like I seem almost, even if it was a great show, I would, because the thing is they would need to commission. I'm not even joking. They need to commission season 3 by the end of season 1, because they'll finish filming season 2 February, March. And so every month the sets are still up will cost them tens of thousands of dollars a day of passive money, right? So they can't
yeah,
take 6 months off the sets being standing. That'll cost them tens of millions potentially. And because they also then can't film new stuff. So they've got, let's say, a full warehouse full of sets. That's an entire warehouse they're not able to utilize. They're paying the rent. If they spend 6 months, everything's just have to clean it, which will take thousands of dollars and several days or weeks. So, like, every day a set's not being used costs everybody money, and then that adds to your production budget, which isn't doing anything. You imagine saying we held the sets for 6 months, and it cost the budget 1.6 million to do what? Just to hold the sets. It's like, wow, that's 10% of the season's budget. Yep. You know, that's why, normally in the olden days you would have your season order. You'd be filming for 6-8 months a year. You have the off time. In fact, writers would start by the next season after less of an off time, bring the actors back, start going again. You'd be filming, releasing every year, because the sets were expensive, and you plan around that. So if it's not commissioned for season 3 by March or April, like, I doubt it would, but I really doubt it would anyway.
And Bunzy says, "Is there a new trailer then?" Sorry, I've only just tuned in. It's not a trailer; it's a clip from the show.
A action
Like,
packed, full of other scenes, introducing the villain, and a lot of tonal stuff. But do you want to jump back to the chap who super chatted some of his thoughts he expressed? So we asked him to do them. If Mr. 3 Extra Bread.
says, "I'm ready to move forward with a fresh new era and not a speck of canon ahead of us, and I appreciate that Kurtzman era of Trek's openness and emotional awareness. I used to emulate Spock growing up to get through tough times. Burnham coming into terms with a repressed life really spoke to me, and I felt like Trek is growing up with me." Hmm.
Hmm. But he obviously got to admit, though, it's also a more juvenile Trek than ever before. Like, it feels more
Mm.
like a teen level of maturity. So while it might be more emotionally out there, it's repressed to a 16-year-old's intelligence, emotional intelligence, versus Old Trek, where they dealt with problems with respect and dignity a lot of the time, or in the case of Miles O'Brien, almost suicide, quietly killing himself almost, this level of professionalism and being an adult.
Yeah.
But hey, glad I grew up with you. It's just the writing was better and there's less plot holes. But this season might be great.
And 3 Extra Red also says it's totally Tig in the explosion. That's her uniform from the EW. Yeah, actually, there is a white stripe on the one uniform.
What's
Might be
that?
Tig.
Where is that referring to, do you think?
Go back a few images. It's this one into the first from where you are with Becky. The first image of an explosion. There's a white stripe down the uniform that Tig has from the previous. Oh, you went way too far.
Yeah, white. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
Might
it's
not be
not.
her,
I
but
mean,
it's somebody with that kind of uniform.
it's a stunt double. They're not literally have Tig Notaro blow up into a wall, but they have to match
Well,
Tig Notaro slightly.
talking about the character, if it is her character.
Well, yeah, it's got an androgynous body with short hair that could be either. Sure. I mean, yeah. I was saying the alien's great. I found the still of them great. Great look. Very good version of like not too much prosthetic. It's very full on. It feels like feels like I can react through it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, full points to that. Good stuff.
Interesting look with the techno bits too as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, solid 10 out of 10. No complaints. 10%, eh? Right. Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, are we meant to think that the ship is tissue paper? Right? It's our first scene. Because remember, they specifically made a huge point of when you created DS9 and then season 3 you destroyed a Galaxy class to represent these threats are dangerous. By showing the Academy ship bitch slapped in its first outing, it doesn't make me think the baddie ship is big. It makes me think this ship is terrible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's all programmable matter holding it together, so the shit's no good.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's not military craft, but they're protecting their entire new generation.
Their future, yeah.
Like, if this ship goes up, Starfleet's kind of screwed because it take a while
Whoa.
to. Ooh.
Go to the image with the doctor. There's doctor with the lady.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I saw this.
Second, you see
Yep.
the Enterprise D in the background?
I saw the L card. I was going to get to it. Yeah. Yeah. History
It's
lesson.
actually it's the classic shot of the Enterprise D.
Yeah. In one of the
Looks like a quote of some kind, maybe.
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't see that exact frame, but yeah, I saw this shot. I was like, oh, because history class, right? They're doing some sort of historical. Because she's pulling her out of a class.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a doctor, but he did literally live there. So, and boy, it's a better L-cars, isn't it? Look at those bright, beautiful colors.
Right.
And I love it. Also,
I didn't notice it till just now in this stills, and I'm like, that's the Enterprise D back there, isn't it? It's like, what? Yeah.
But I actually really like how this L-cars is so super faithful, but it fits the frame.
Yeah.
That feels nice because
That's the thing with that L-car is they can make it fit anything and make it look good.
It literally looks incredible, and that means that I'm assuming there would have to be history lessons at some point, and so obviously it's not an L-cars of today, so they can modify for TOS, for TWOC, for that'd be lovely.
And Burnsy says, has anyone mentioned that yet that 900 years after McCoy gave Kirk glasses as a gag gift, the captain's wearing glasses? Yes, that was talked about quite a bit at the beginning, and it was not a gag gift to Kirk. It was like, I'm your doctor. I can't fix you with Retinox 5. Here's some goddamn reading glasses because you're getting old.
Yeah,
It wasn't a gag gift.
Yeah, what would you say it was a gag gift?
I have no idea.
Like they worked because he used them. A gag gift would be not glasses that didn't work.
They put them on and they squirt you in the eyes with water or something.
Yeah, like they were a really thoughtful gift, which he used instantly and he used repeatedly, and then obviously became a time travel loop sort of not thing. Yeah, if anything, they're a cute because McCoy's really old. Like what? It was like his 70s, 60s in TOS, 70s. I mean, the character.
In TOS, he's
Yeah.
not that old in TOS.
I'm trying to benefit the doubt 'cause he feels like an old worldy doctor.
Yeah, he's definitely looks older than he was. I'd say probably 50s at most in
Oh, because he
TOS.
shouldn't be that old school, especially with transporters. I mean, the country doctor, but he wouldn't. Well, there's the JJ Leonard McCoy, and there's the real one. Born 2227.
He was in his late 40s, early 50s in TOS.
Wow, yes, he was 40 in Space Seed. Yeah, he had way older than he was. Jesus Christ. So yeah, so that feels like a gag gift. You feel, well, I guess it'd be 50 then. 50, and you're giving, well, 45. You're giving your friend glasses. But anyway, it wasn't a gag gift.
Okay, well, archaic gift. Not really. It was a solution to a problem. And Kirk collects antiques, weapons and otherwise.
Do you
So
see
it
his
makes
room?
it's actually a really good, thoughtful gift for a friend that needs glasses.
Because what would be the other solution? Like you can't.
Laser surgery on his eyes or
Well,
something? I don't
clearly that
know.
was not an option. It would have been easier.
Right?
Yeah, if you can't, yeah, I mean, custom glasses. Had no problem with that.
Yeah. Yes, seeing the doctor was great. Yelling out that the holographic projectors are down, so they're short staffed right now was interesting. So that means half of their staff, or at least a lot of their staff, at least in sickbay, is holographic.
Mm-hmm.
And he's of course got his mobile emitter somewhere stashed
Somewhere.
somewhere, I guess. Maybe we'll get answers to that. But
Which I guess I mean, I'm fine with it being that mobile emitters can't be standardized, because otherwise you'd think all of your medics would have them on, just in case.
yeah, yeah, no shit.
Like,
Yeah, I guess it was Future Tech and Voyager, but this is now way past when the
yeah,
Future Tech was.
and they
I
had them in
think they.
Picard season 3. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's not this universe timeline because that was a long story. This is an alternate version of the future that isn't canon to everything else. Blah blah blah. But has to be just for it to make sense. But yeah, I mean, I mean, that's the problem. You create these interesting rules and then you don't follow them. Yeah.
What makes everything
Hot.
OG? Like it's just OP overpowered. Everything's like God tech. You have to have limitations to make a story interesting.
And if it's
So
and also you'd a billion if you're because I mean I get there's probably like 1,000 people on the ship minimum. I get it. So half the staff being hollow is absolutely fine for dealing with that. Fine, but if you know that's the case, you have an entirely dedicated like the holodeck, entirely dedicated hollow emitter system buried underneath the sick bay with a fully
yeah,
independent everything to work, as well as hollow emitters, mobile emitters in stock, attached at the start of your shift. If your half your staff is that, right? I don't see any justification why you wouldn't have that as standard. And
yeah.
maybe Paul Giamatti deliberately fired weapons to destroy the internal construction of sickbay so that the injured would die.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah.
Well, this fat produce says, all I can say about yet another Trek villain, guy wants revenge. Yeah. Kind of bothered me too. Like, hope there's some good storytelling at least involved with this revenge plot, but
Well, it's an easy one
uh,
because it makes it personal, which makes it
yeah.
relatable, and it makes it simple, which makes it easy to write. But they've done it
Yeah.
like even Control was kind of like a revenge story, not quite, but in a lower case, kind of was.
Mm. Sergeant Montgomery makes a good point. The doctor's programming was probably becoming unstable, so they just froze it and gave him a golem body and then reinitialized his program. I could see him having a golem body, yeah.
Yeah, but
Kind of
that
like
creates
that.
a new god tech. If any hologram can be put into a golem and being made full on real.
I mean, you can do that Picard era, so 900 years later. or however many
Well,
years
no,
later.
you could no. They moved a person into a golem, not a hologram.
I know, but if they can do a person in Picard's time, wouldn't be that much of a stretch to think hundreds of years later they could
You
do a
know,
hologram.
yeah, but I'm saying like that's new god tech that is a bit mad. See, I every time I watch something like this, and it's sad this is the case. It makes me want to write that, as I said to you before, a short film of Trek shorts that doesn't care about canon, where you can make stupid non-logical things because it doesn't matter, like they do on these shows. Like they obviously care to some extent, but like really not caring in a way that they seem to not care. Like having like quantums fire at the bridge module, hit it and it explode, and then you cut to the bridge and they're fine. You know, shield hull bridge shields are in at 54%, but clearly the entire thing's a giant fireball that's like plasma, and it's like, no, we're fine. You know, 45%. It's like, what? Then what? You know, that sort of just ridiculousness is kind of, you know, and how it's hard to relate to it. Like there's something really powerful about the Nemesis battle in Nemesis, where this is tension, where they're getting more and more slammed, where the start of the battle there's nothing happening except little bits of this, and then it goes down, 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 and now the damage starts. And now once damage starts, it can't stop because the ship's so damaged. Escalation. They've already gone from 10 out of 10 damage. Like look at this. Look at this. I mean, I know they're under attack, but this ship's ruined, right? Emergency power's down. They've lost helm. They lost weapons. They lost shields. They lost beaming because they're not beaming. Right? This shit that like they've lost. I don't know how they can get out of this, to be honest.
Our hero kids will save the day. Because then, like a couple of frames after this, you see a dot in one of the corridors. You get a drone doing its thing, and then you see one of our main characters sit up.
Hmm.
Notice how high her comm badge is? Like ridiculously high. It's right beside the collar.
I mean,
Mm,
she was in a giant explosion.
sure, got shifted.
Yeah,
I get it.
but yeah, it'll be yeah, like same thing. It's harder to have intel damage as a serious thing if dots can go around and fix it, because you're gonna have at least like 500 to 600 dots, right, aboard, and
Yeah,
they're obviously independent. So this thing should be fixed in no time, or at least repaired in no time. Like, it just creates so little tension, you know.
yeah. And 3 extra red says, I mean, there might be more to this clip. It feels edited down. Usually these clips are like straight out of the episode segment, but yes, it could be edited down. Absolutely.
Yeah, the music didn't sound like it was edited down. I'll say that
Yeah,
the pacing felt intentional, but
yeah.
I guarantee there's an important scene before and then obviously an important scene
Oh,
after.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But I was like, because I assume it's episode one, but it also surprised me that the main cast had nothing to say.
I know, right? Except for Holly Hunter.
But that's what I mean.
And
She's the real, like, she's the Starfleet cast, not the main cast. At
yeah,
least we were told it's about the kids, right? In
yeah. And
theory.
Giamatti's a big time actor. Of course, he gets his time to shine.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of our main characters that were supposed to grow up and like or grow to love. Yeah,
Which I'm also fine with, because maybe the show is kind of like Discovery Season 1. It was
they get
explicitly.
to stare out a window.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. Oh. Okay. Yeah, because like Discovery Season 1 was explicitly stated as about the lower ranking officers, and it was, but then she did everything which made it come a moot point, because you wouldn't have someone of that rank and structure doing every single thing, which made I feel like the top tier person, which sort of went against the premise. Well, shit might be gone again, but I am still here. Don't worry, everybody. How is everybody doing? Did Zoom just crash? I think Zoom just crashed. What is happening today? Oh goodness, everything is just slowing down for me. Chat disconnected. Okay, can you still hear me, everybody? Uh, Are we still live? I can't tell. Do I still have internet? I can't tell. Able to connect. Okay. It says I'm still streaming. What is the YouTube? Well, the internet's working on my phone. Maybe someone's not responding. Okay. Okay, so I'm still streaming, but I can't connect to the chat. That's interesting. Is there a chat on my phone? I don't know. Let's see. Do I still see a chat? I don't see a chat. Able to connect. Okay. Interesting. Is there a chat on my phone? Huh. I don't know. Let's see. Do I still see a chat? Okay. Everything's like what? And now Zoom is reconnecting. So I'm what on computer for still streaming? I've 0 frames. So despite Zoom is restarting for some reason. What a weird day. What a weird thing to happen. What does Task Manager even say? Apparently I'm still doing live things. It says, ooh, that's using 95% of my RAM. My After Effects is using 8... okay, we're just going to kill that, aren't we? It's using 87 gigabytes of RAM. Which I guess... okay. I've quit Task for 87.8 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, wait for that to cut down. So I'm still streaming, so still says 97%, 93%, 86%, 78, 73s. Okay. How many of you even have 83 gigabytes of RAM even available to use? That is the question. Let's offer Stuart back in. How weird. Really freaking weird. But guys, if you have your thoughts, comments, and questions, let us know. That's interesting. So the RAM problem was stopping, but I can still stream. Really weird. What was letting me do what on what? Chat. So he knows we're here. Lol. Well, exactly. We can hear you. Yes. Look. What's
Ferk to Ferk.
Yeah, everything just started. I had to check my phone. I was still like I could hear me, but I couldn't see the chat. Zoom crashed.
I checked the live. I could hear you, but it said I was now host of the Zoom thing for a second, and then it closed right down. And I'm like, what? So I went and clicked the link again, and it said it was invalid. Anyway,
What?
hi, we're back.
Hello.
What?
Yeah, apparently I was using 88 gigabytes of RAM on my After Effects, which was definitely not that when I started. And then
Extra bread. Yes, we're being attacked by programmable matter. Damn it.
and then Minkin says 87 gigs of RAM. Someone's a rich boy. I mean, when After Effects can take 100 gigs of RAM sometimes. I mean, I bought that RAM what 4 years ago. So
Yeah.
it was expensive, but boy, have I used it a lot.
So Richard Lau throws in £5 and says, "That's easy. How they'll get out of this one?
Oh.
One more hit, and they're about to be destroyed. The teens hug and kiss and cry, and the Enterprise N shows up."
Oh, I don't know if that's true, but also, and this is a moot point really, but after so I'm luckily some things crashed, some things didn't. There's the post-explosion bit where the lady popped up, and then he cuts the bridge, and it's spotless.
That's that future tech man. Cleans up all the scorch marks instantly.
Because the thing had there was explosions and fire. I wonder if they just shot this just a different day. Because this thing feels like I didn't catch it the first time. It feels as if they did a different shot. Okay, so sensors offline, shields offline, secondary communications offline. They're in a real bad way.
We have an incoming hail.
Paul Jemai says hello, and I guess they pre-default to hollow hails versus just screen hails, I guess.
Guess so.
Guess so.
Let's have our enemy walk around our bridge and see everything that's going on the bridge.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
I mean, what could go wrong, honestly?
It's like why his tic-tac-toe board in his head. But anyway, it's fine.
Well, he was a prisoner at one point, so, you know.
Maybe. Yeah,
but Stuart, I asked a poll a while ago. If you want to read that, that'd be great.
Sure, I can read. Are
so the way you said that was
going to watch our Trekyards episode reviews live? Should we even do Academy content, really? Well, with 49 votes, yes, we'll watch most of the content wins with 47%. Second place is yes, we'll watch episode reviews. No, won't watch most things, it has 2%. And no, nothing but ships maybe is 24%. So,
but of course, that is the watcher's bias. Of course, they're already here, but that's okay. And then he appears.
And he talks about, I didn't get a chance to say everything I wanted to say last time we saw each other, but I'm back now. Yes.
Did he say 14 years ago or something? He have a metric of.
Probably. Yeah, I can't recall right offhand.
I know it's a very, very small thing, but rewatching this, as you said, he's having free roam on the bridge. Everyone's watching, but no one's doing anything. I know it's a hologram,
yeah.
But there's a lack of alertness, as in not just watching. Like he could do anything, right? But no one's ready. I don't know. Small thing. I didn't notice it during. Just people are a bit preoccupied with him. I like how basic his costume is as well. It's just a jacket with stuff on. You know what I mean? And a shirt.
Well, it's probably simple. Programmable matter that he uses. Can change it to a weapon or something.
We did see that, didn't we, in one of the shots? He has like blades.
Yeah.
It
kind of reminds you of Gwendella's outfit.
What's that called? That was called
Heroic.
Yeah. But yeah, he's okay. Clearly,
I mean, his character is going to be great. Him delivering the lines will be great. He will be good in this with what he's given. But yeah,
well, it's kind of like Plummer as Chang and Hardy as Shinzon. They're just sort of giving it their all. Just having fun with it, right? But I see why he's picked for this, because he's not threatening, I wouldn't say, but I kind of like that.
Yeah,
like I think it's an improvement. He's just a mob guy, but he doesn't come across as truly threatening. Just some guy. But you don't need end of the world baddie. I would be disappointed. So I like he's just a guy.
He comes across as like mean uncle.
Yeah.
He doesn't come across as villain to me. So.
Or like your dad's ex-business partner who has a grudge to, like not, Which personal story works well. And I like the idea, if they're going to even possibly go, whatever, that the ship's actually not powerful, really, but it's because that he planned so hard and got the mines in place. And, it was a smart plan. It wasn't pure, shooty.
Yeah. I think we saw a part of this clip, the end of this clip, in another trailer a little while ago, where he gets like right in her face. She just kind of sits back and is like, whatever.
He's not a man of personal space.
Yeah.
And then Holly with her very frazzled hair.
Yeah.
Starfleet Academy, 15th of January. We are. Oh wow. okay, well, no, a month as of next week, but it's not exact day wise.
Yeah.
But we are getting close. It's the Thursday. It's the third Thursday in January. So when it hits Thursday, it'll be 4 Thursdays from then. Or 3 Thursdays after Christmas. Aren't you excited, Stuart?
Not really.
I said, aren't you excited, Stuart?
Yeah.
Stuart, when the CBS check clears, you have to say things are exciting.
Oh. Well, I can't wait to see the check.
And
Did you get yours?
Also, the joke was at CBS because there's been CBS for a long
Yeah.
time. Do you remember CBS All Access?
Yes.
Petra's Farm remembers.
Pepper Trum remembers everything. Ah. Chris Carlin says, which episode will the universe-ending superweapon be introduced? Good question. With New Trek, probably episode 3. I don't know. Of course, it has to have one of those. It can't just be, personal revenge story. It's got to be something more galactic.
Although the irony is, I'd be 100% down for them getting the God spell from Section 31, and then like he's got that in his menagerie of weapons. Turns out it's a fake, so that's like a red herring for the entire season. You know what I mean? He's got this famous weapon. It's just a fake. Like that sort of bullshit would be great. He's just some guy. It's like there's a famous retcon in the Marvel films where in the first Thor film, you see the Infinity Gauntlet in the downstairs archive area as an Easter egg. They didn't know they were gonna. That was too early for them to plan. And then they were like, "Well, shit." That kind of ruined the book. I think it had like, it had something else to it. And so in Ragnarok, Helena, that's her name, like it's a fake and flings it to decanonize the fact it's canon because it didn't work. So same thing. I would love it if he has like a menagerie of really amazing weapons and then all just absolute fake because it's the point is the measuring contest, not the actual use of them. And that's a nice prop from Section 31. Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're in the public. I'll do one more quick poll. I would love to get another couple of super chats, even 110 2.5s. Anything would help.
So guys, put your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, anything you want to say about this in the super chat or PayPal. PayPal is good. PayPal at trekyards@hotmail.com. But yeah, we do read all of those on the air. So if you want to get your opinion out there, that's the best way to do so. And it helps out the channel immensely. So we can keep doing what we do here and the things we love doing, which is hanging out with you guys and talking about Star Trek. So
yeah, we want
to hit like if you haven't already. Sorry.
We wanted to support Academy, but the fan base isn't interested, as per all our previous polls. But I thought this was engaging. I thought people would be a bit more. I thought we get a few more people interested, but maybe that should have been the same day of. It's amazing how like the day something comes out, the interest is just higher, and then instantly it wanes.
Yeah, that's because they've already watched a few YouTubers maybe talk about it. And...
yeah.
3 Extra Bread says, guys, how long is the ship? I don't know if we have an exact measurement for the ship yet.
Big.
It's pretty big. Turns into a building.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's Academy. So it's got to be like pretty long.
But
Donnie says, I'm just cautious about Academy. That's all. Yeah, I'm cautious about everything. But yes, should be cautious. 100%.
I don't think it's going to be good, but I think it's going to be okay.
It's going to have good stuff in it because we have the Doctor back. We've got, a few things like that are going to be interesting enough. The Wall, maybe they'll mention some of the people that are on the Wall because we've already covered some of those names. So there'll be stuff in it that'll be interesting, but those I think are just, some of them are just there as Easter eggs for people like us that really don't like the new Star Trek. But bringing the Doctor in, Robert Picardo, he really knows and loves his Star Trek. Like he can pretty much quote any episode he's been in.
But he will do projects for a paycheck. He's a working actor.
True.
He does a lot of indie work, so he will not fight a bad script.
And Sergeant Montgomery, I guarantee it'll be better than Section 31. Yes. I don't think it could be worse.
Just bring up something interesting about actors. I watched the Shuttle Pod 1 show when they talked to Chakotay, whose real name is Robert Beltran, And you know, obviously, the Voyager cast, a lot of them had great ideas. Everyone started with promise of a character. Everyone had a specific thing, right? And then it became the Doctor, Seven, and Janeway show because Seven and Doctor were the most interesting people, and Janeway was lead, and blah blah. So Chakotay got hugely sidelined for a large amount. Had some strong episodes, but sidelined a lot. Had no specific role. Like Tuvok always had a role, and whatever. And he was saying like he would spend whole days on set reading a book because he would be there, sitting, standing, because they wanted every actor for the most part in play, and then he would do his 4 lines, which mostly comprised for the average day of like, put the shields up, we'll do it, and that was his entire day for those lines. And at a certain season, he just said, I'm not going to quit because I'm an actor. I'm not engaged in this. Isn't good writing. I'm not getting anything to do, but it's a good paycheck, and I'm just here. You know, he said he might have quit earlier in the show, and they decided not to. So an actor who while he likes a character isn't necessarily like, it's not their character. You know, it's the writer's character at the end of the day. So as much as you like Picardo, he is doing for a paycheck, and he will read the lines given because he's being paid to. He's not going to tweak them. He's not going to change them much. He's not going to necessarily fight them. He's you know, he only has like 2 lines in the script in this trailer piece, and him saying super something sounds disingenuous already. Just saying super, but he's been paid to say the lines. So, you know, unlike people like Aaron Walke, who'll write very faithful dialogue, he will not be the Doctor you know. He'll be worse. 100% be worse than Voyager. 100%. No chance to be better. But it'll be different, and it might be a good different, but it'll be worse than Voyager because the different will be too different. So, but it doesn't affect any of the Doctor potential stories from, you know, 2401 to 3126. So it's just a feature one you can kind of throw away or not if you need to.
Area 51 says, I remember the days when new show was coming out and the word was excited. Now it's cautious. Cautiously optimistic. Yeah.
Well, it's the fool me once.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we've been fooled multiple times. You know. And luckily, Strange New Worlds is a good show despite its canon anachronicity, a la entirely ruining the Gorn. Like, not even giving a shit, right? But it's a good show apart from that. So if this show, good characters, good stories, doesn't matter if it breaks fundamental Trek rules, because we can throw the canon stuff away and just not ever utilize it in any meaningful way, as long as the show is good. Strange Worlds earned that. Good for them, right? So gotta hope it'll rise above the art design and the things they want to do.
Bishop Montgomery. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe again. You've been hanging out with this dude too long. Let's say more natural. Ain't no falling for no banana in my tailpipe. I'm Beverly Hills Cop. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I was I knew, but I didn't know.
Anyway. Well, with 29 votes in the poll, how excited are you for this show? 0 to 3, 48%, 4 to 6, 28%, 7 to 8, it's 13%.
Oh,
and
guys.
9 to 10, 10%.
With that last super trip, we're $4 away from a lovely number. So we've got 6 minutes. One more 4 would be lovely. Just saying.
I'll keep the poll up too. Maybe you can shift the tide if you really like if you're excited. But Joe Brown, $5. If this doesn't turn into Star Trek 90210, I'll be okay with it. If it doesn't, yes. Correct.
But people do like 90210, right? You know?
I mean, if you're looking for that kind of entertainment, sure. Yes.
But it was popular. There's been loads of versions of that. Like, the format is intensely popular. Right?
Yes.
It's like people like
something you want to see in Star Trek?
Well, hold on. But people like crime dramas, you know, where you solve a crime every week. There's 24 of those shows, right? So it being that concept is not a bad thing innately. It's just how they do it, right? If you had one alien, you know, if you had an Andorian, a Tellarite, a Zindi, you know, if you had really interesting characters, then it wouldn't matter if there was teen drama because it'd be interesting characters, right? Right? Shouldn't matter.
No. No, I don't want to watch teen drama necessarily.
But it's Star Trek teen drama. You know, it's political. It's you know, my Vulcan mum fourth remove doesn't like the fact that I spend
So
the Andorian holiday Ecan with my Tellarite father-in-law, who's married to a Zindi aquatic, and now we've got to go to
we're gonna have an
water
episode
Christmas.
where the girls are trying to decide whether they're going to shave or wax their tribbles.
Oh, as long as they're spayed and neutered, that's the only important thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, hey, tribbles, you know.
Yeah.
But how many 90210 shows have a giant space alien battleship where they fire replicable matter that damages a ship and blows up and causes explosions? Like, are there not more petrol explosions in this one trailer scene than all of 90210 the show? You know what I mean? Like, just conceptually.
Yeah.
So I say it feels like Discovery, and a lot of Discovery was teen drama as well. Like,
What this feels like is a CW show like Supergirl, which had some really interesting elements, but was also drama-y out the ass.
yeah,
So I
Supergirl's
kind
a
of
good
lost,
parallel.
yeah, I kind of lost interest at some point and just didn't go back.
Well, yeah,
So
Supergirl, when it was good, it was great. When it was bad, it was real bad.
yeah,
It,
yeah, yeah.
mediocre in that show was only okay, but it did some amazing stuff. Like great casting. That show had really good casting.
I tuned in for the moments, not the not
Mm.
the entire show.
Yeah,
So
I suffered through the first season, and then they entirely shifted to
me too.
different group. And they got a lot better. And they had Manel, who was a good chemistry, and they fucked him off. And then it's like, oh, okay. Some
Yeah.
good stuff though. Some really good casting. So,
Mm-hmm,
and we
mm-hmm.
might love these people. You know, we've literally heard them say nothing except something in her office by her saying, "It's a school, damn it," or whatever.
The school, Jacob.
Jacob, yes.
Yeah, because he's complaining that he just learned something. Do you ever stop like teaching? I
Have you ever
forget
heard?
exactly what the. Yeah, she's like, it's a school, Jacob.
Have you ever heard of Shields, Captain?
What?
Like raise them properly?
Mm.
I don't know. I liked it more than I could have, but you know, the red flags were there as well. Uh, and I guess we'll end on it because it'd be weird not to mention it. You mentioned it earlier, but yes, this lady at the start is morbidly obese and looks very on Starfleet, and
Wouldn't say morbidly obese. She's just not.
I would say morbidly. I mean, compared to any standard, to be that large in Starfleet, she must be eating so much food because everything's portion control. Everything's how is
Maybe
she?
she's just a different race. That's how they're.
That's fine. Which is why Jem'Hadar I have no problem with. But I do not see how you get that big in Starfleet. It takes so much effort to maintain that. Right? I, it, very odd casting.
The choice at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is odd casting. It really stood out to me, and I think the haters are really going to latch on to that scene in particular, which is why I hate when they do things like this,
Yeah.
because you're giving fuel to the haters. Stop it.
Yeah. Because it's just red flags of illogic. You know, the academy has fitness regiment and you need to be able to do things and you know,
And
unless
just the replicators give you the food, the calories you require, you know.
yeah, because part of it is that you need to be able to run to escape or fight. And without mass, you wouldn't be unless you were really, really strong. In which case, you have to spend all the time in the gym to get strong, but then you'd be losing weight. But then it doesn't like you can't be that large and that healthy. These are non-compatible things as a human.
Mm.
So it doesn't feel like a Starfleet thing. All the standards have gone down so low. And of course, the counter is Scotty was too fat. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Like, you're right.
But by that point, he had proven himself, so he can rest on his laurels.
Yeah, it's just weird to have the glasses, Jem'Hadar, and the overly large person in the same scene that all just super take you out.
Yeah.
In the first 20 seconds, it was so many red flags. And I try to ignore it the first, because I want to talk about the stuff first, but odd choice that will, yeah. It's
Anyway, let's close out this poll. How excited are you for this show? 54% with 37 votes, 54% are 0 to 3. And then it's 4 to 6, 24%, 7 to 8, 14%, and 9 to 10, 8%.
literally the ladder up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I think we'll call it there for today. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about the good and the bad, I guess, in this one. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, something like that. But also from the other trailers, kind of like now we've got a broader sense of small things we're noticing.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's positives and negatives.
Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate all of you. And tune in tomorrow and all this week pretty much for lives. We're going to be here, so you should be too, maybe, if you want to be. So until next time, he's Commander Cockings.
He's got a Foley.
Bye, buddy.
Bye, guys.